Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be taking you through this peachy foliage that I did in my client. She came in wanting to start to add more dimension into her hair, as we like to keep her quite red and dark for fall and winter, but we like to create a balayage or lighter colors in the summer, so we wanted to start that process now. For the technique that I used my peak and valley technique, which I can link the other video where I discuss that even further. But essentially what it is for each subsection that I weave out, I do zigzag partings. And where the peak is what I call the higher part of the hair, as you can see here, I weave out to put lightener. And then where the zigzag would go lower, I call the valley, and I leave that out. Leaving that lower part out will allow me to have dimension and give the blonde or the peachy formula that we're going to put on top a base to kind of pop off of. It gives it a really nice backdrop. For her lightener, I am using Redken Flash Lift with the bonder inside, and I'm staying between 20 and 30 volume. And essentially I just go through her entire head until I get to her hairline, where I'm going to do my money piece technique, which I will also link that video as well, where I go more in depth on that. And yeah, I just kind of go through the hair. I start to up my developer as I get closer and closer to the front of her head, so everything lifts evenly. Something else I wanted to mention is, as you can see, I'm leaving out the valley part of the zigzag subsections because I like that peachier undertone that her hair has lifted to right now. But let's say your client is wanting to add depth back into their hair and not have that leftover color. You can easily, as you can see right here, take the foil, lighten it, and then the color that's underneath, you could take a semi-permanent formula or even permanent, whatever you feel, but I would use like Shades EQ and put it over that hair after I have all my foils in, just to add a little bit more customization to the hair color without having to go in and foil a ton of lowlights in. You can kind of do 2 in 1. As I work my way up the back of her head, you can tell that my zigzags become less and less deep. The reason that is because with this foliage technique, I wanted to have that subtle gradation from the dark at her roots to the peachy to the very, very light ends. I didn't want it to feel like you could pick out those painted panels. I wanted it to be so seamless that you don't know where the color starts and where it ends, versus having those really, really bright contrast at the very top. I just feel like for my clients, they enjoy having more of the gradation because they won't see that line of demarcation, especially when you zigzag and you tease. It just blends it all together perfectly. You can totally do bigger zigzags if you're wanting more of the thicker panels. But for this specific client and what I know we're going for in the summer, this is what's going to work best for us. Now that we're done with the back of her head, we're moving around the hairline. And for my money piece technique that I like to use, I like to follow the natural curves of the hair. So I really just customize it to every client that I have, because I want to make sure that when they pull back their hair, they don't feel like they have any holes in their hairline. The worst thing is you do all this beautiful blonde around someone's hair, but you've left out a few spots because you didn't follow the full mapped out pattern that is their hairline, because everyone is different. Everyone has sometimes more baby hair, sometimes less. Sometimes they have really, really thick hairlines. Sometimes it's more squared off. So you really just want to take your time to assess what the front of their hair looks like and what their hairline looks like, and map out your money piece accordingly. I also highly suggest, for when you're about to lay your money piece, is to kind of flip their hair back and forth. Ask them those questions. Ask, do you like it always parted down the middle? Do you like to flip it back and forth? Because that's also going to help you map out their money piece accordingly. Because you don't want to be one side too heavy. You don't want them to feel like when they split their hair down the middle, they just have two little pieces right in the front. You want to make sure that no matter how they part their hair or what they're feeling like they want to do for the day, they're not kind of cornered into only being able to style their hair one way. You want to make it really versatile and customize it to their specific needs and how they like to do their hair at home. After we were done applying all of the lightener, I let it sit on for another 25 minutes. Her hair lifts really nice, and it lifted to the level that I needed for the peach formula. So we were able to take her over, take out the foils, rinse them out, and then in a second you'll see the toner formulation I used. And I used equal parts of all four of these colors. Now, if you're wanting it more peachy, wanting it more neutralized, you can always adjust, but these are the baseline colors that I use for this specific formula. While I'm applying the toner, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching my video and for all the support you've given my channel. I've really had so much fun seeing your guys' comments and engaging with you guys on Instagram. If you could please like, subscribe, turn the bell on. I hope you learned a lot from this video, and please leave in the comments what you want to see next. I really enjoy making these for you guys, and if you try out this formula, please tag me on Instagram. I will have it linked. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you soon.